La 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 la.
What are y'all doing?
We're making sounds at each other.
Why?
Because we're studying psycholinguistics.
Is that a cult thing?
No, you see, psycholinguistics is the study of language and the brain,
What does a DC villain have to do with this?
which is how our brain can identify and comprehend language. Our brains have multiple things like the frontal lobe, which is basically in charge of planning, structuring, selecting words, and the social aspect of language, or the parental lobe, which indicates sensory info with sensory info with language. Yeah.
Are you high?
Yeah, there's also the occipital lobe, which visualizes processing, or the cerebellum with muscle motor control, the brainstem, whose whole thing
Is that brainstem sentient?
is keeping us alive,
I thought that was the soul.
or the temporal lobe, which handles things like auditory processing and language comprehension.
What is this? The Tower of babbling on about stuff I don't care about?
Plus Broca's area, which handles word recall, retrieval fluency, and verbal memory. Along with Wernicke's area, handling planning, structuring words, speech comprehension, and social aspects. That's important.
That still doesn't answer my question. Why are you guys making noises at each other that sound like an alarm clock during mating season?
Well, that can be answered with vocal anatomy, which is where the mouth sounds are produced. Areas like the alveolar ridge, which is a small ridge behind the upper front teeth, these make the t, d, s, z, n, and l sounds.
This seems like a conspiracy theory.
There's also the nasal cavity, which makes the n, and ng sounds. The soft palate, which is the soft tissue at the back of the roof of your mouth, which makes the k, j, and also ng sounds.
So the ng sound is the Barbara Gordon of this.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
There's also the uvula, or the fleshy tip at the back of your throat.
What the wheel touches in Ice Age?
Yeah, that helps make the French
I thought this was America, not Ratatouille.
And the pharynx, which is the tube connecting cavities to larynx. Epiglottis, which is the flap of cartilage above the larynx. And the glottis, which is the space between vocal folds inside the larynx, which helps us make the sound.
Did you two join the Illuminati and then learn the truth?
Speaking of larynx, there's the places of articulation, which has the source of sounds, which comes from the larynx, and the filter of sound, which comes from the vocal tract. There's the bilabial sounds, which are made with both lips, such as p and m, along with labiodental sounds made with the bottom lip and upper teeth, creating th and z. There's dental sounds that made with the tongue and teeth, creating sounds like th, and alveolar sounds made with the tongue and alveolar ridge. And the palatal sounds made with the tongue and hard palate, making sounds like s, ch, and dj. And the glottal sounds, which are made with the glottis, creating the h sound. Also, the velar sounds made with the back of the tongue and soft palate, which creates sounds like Barbara Gordon or ng. And finally, there's the manners of articulation, which are essentially the question of if air is blocked, narrowed, or going through the nose when speaking. There's the stops or plosives, which is when airflow stops then bursts out, making sounds like p, or fricatives, which is when air is squeezed through a narrow space, causing friction and creating sounds like f and z. There's also affricates, which is when air both stops, and fricatives, creating sounds like k and dj. And nasals, which is when air is pushed through the nose while the mouth is blocked, creating sounds like and as well.
So all the sounds are Barbara Gordon's.
And finally, there's approximants, which is when airflow is narrowed but not enough for friction, creating sounds like and ooh. So, what do you think?
Hey, Dr. Psych Ward? Did you happen to be missing 2 patients at the asylum?